Okay, we can start. So, hi everyone. My name is Andrew Muriithi from Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya, and I am super glad to be leading all of you towards this noble cause. This year's WRO competition is gonna be done so differently, and it's gonna be so fun. I can't wait for all of you to see what you have in store. I can't wait for all the moments that you're gonna share, and I can't wait to hear all the feedback, all the positive comments, and all the experiences that each and every one of you will have. I believe with this, we'll be able to make one, our peers, and also to appreciate the world in general. So please note that this year's WRO, we are trying to make it much more bigger, more special, and also fun than it was. We are trying to make it much better. We are trying to make it everything that it wasn't previously. So to get started today, um, we'll be kicking off with the first session, which is pretty much enlightening you on what WRO entails, what's expected of the mentors, that is all of you, and also your take home. So I believe we can get started. So once again, I'm so delighted to welcome you all to this year's WRO. This program is meant to actually help all of you towards your mentoring and towards your mentorship activities. Um, the previous years we've had mentors, however, we find it that very few of us are actually able to proceed from being a mentor, and actually we thought that it might be best to actually take this in a different trajectory by actually focusing more on empowering those who are empowering the young generation. It's actually more of a like adding a band-aid over another band-aid. So I'm so excited to actually have you all on board, and I believe that this year we're gonna make greatness. So I believe we'd like to get to know each other. Given the numbers that we have here, you could just comment on the chat. I believe we have mentors from Zimbabwe, mostly Zimbabwe, Kenya, a few from Ghana, and also Uganda. We'll be joined by other mentors from different parts of Africa, mostly East Africa. However, I think it'd be best first if we introduce yourselves just through the chat. Just type where you are um, mentoring or where you're going to be mentoring from, and I think we'll proceed because given that you already have a WhatsApp group, we'll be able to enhance much of our communication over there. Okay, so quick fast. I'll take you through what we have in store for you this year. So WO Africa, which is the regional version of the World Robot Olympiad, focused on creativity, innovation, and youth problem solving across Africa. Also encourages problem solving through robotics and actually real world challenges. Second, this year, while focusing on the mentors, we we and you shall be acting as guides, soundboards, and actually motivators for the young generation who will be partaking in this year's competition. You'll also be highly encouraging to these young kids. Try to make it as consistent as possible so that as much as they are learning and actually building towards winning the competition, they actually get to learn more than they can get. Thirdly, our mission is actually to uplift underrepresented youth voices in STEM. Um, Lately, we've been finding that mostly girls in STEM have been actually coming up quite strong given the gender balance in the tech community. Also, actually, to build a Pan African network of change makers while sparking a long term interest in robotics, coding, and problem solving. And we can actually see this in today's world where Elon has his own robots. We keep on seeing new things every day on X, on Instagram. You just name the social media handle. We keep on finding new technologies all over the world. So I know many of you have been finding my emails. I hope they've been finding actually politely. Camden Trust is actually the driving force behind this initiative. And I'd like to say that we at Camden Trust are quite passionate about educational and equity towards innovation while trying to push and actually advocate for champions to be given actually more access not only to STEM but to STEAM education. And why we say STEAM, we are adding arts, given that it's not only about um, the educational part of it. We actually have to have and add purpose to it. We have to make it more flavorable. We have to make it more enjoyable. Also, while driving all of this across Africa, we are part of global partnerships in youth empowerment, which I'll be introducing much later. So that's basically what we at Camden Education do. And I myself, at Camden Education, will be taking you, as I've said before, as the lead mentor through this year's WRO 2025 competition. And I'd like to say that now you're also part of the same impact. I can't wait to see what you guys bring to the table, what each and every one of you has, because I believe each and every one of us has a different skill, uniquely made and tailored towards this cause. Some of us may be having different styles of mentoring, some of us may be having different styles of um, empowering other people. And I'm happy to say that we'll include and we are so welcoming of all of that because in the end, the goal is to actually help the young generation. So, straight up, this year's 2025 WRO competition, the theme is the future of robots. I'd advise you guys to actually look it up more. You can find it on our website at Camden Trust, and also you can also get more information on WRO. So this year's competition are majorly focusing on the future of robots, how we can use robotics to help and solve global challenges to improve our lives. We just saw some of the few instances that we actually have. I think the best case scenario is the smart cars, the cars that are the self-driving cars. I think we can actually classify them as robots. So I think that's one of the best examples that we can use. I've been seeing professional doctors around the globe, specifically China and Japan, actually operating on patients on the other side of the world using robots, and actually, it's quite actually amazing tech. And we can see that if we do actually get to help contribute and actually mentor and guide the young kids towards building sustainable solutions, which we ourselves will just come to use in the near future, I believe we'll be able to have a world worth living in. I'm talking living at home with some cool robots, or actually, I'm not saying that we'll have to remove the teachers from classes, but I think it'd be much enjoyable having robots as their companion. Sorry. So this year we have a lot, and that is why we are onboarding as many of you as we can. As you can see on the screen, we have um, 14 participating countries this year in 2025. Uh, Highlighted in different colors, we have blue, which represent the new countries that are joining the WRO this year, and we have Can I say the GOAT countries that have been there for the past few years? We have Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, and also South Africa. So this year we'll be onboarding participants from Ethiopia, South Sudan, Uganda, DRC Congo, Rwanda, Tanzania, Mozambique, and Zimbabwe. And we actually find that most of the huge numbers come from the new countries. I noticed that, as you can see on the screen, we have 35,000 young participants in 2025. So, guys, please buckle up. It's gonna be one hell of a ride, and I hope that we actually make it worthwhile. Because, just as a hint, this WRO mentorship isn't just going to stop once the competition or this year's competition stops. It's also something else that we're trying to come up with and also build on the side, because we find that mentors, after finishing or actually graduating from their previous positions as leads, maybe from the GBSC community or actually leads from their own communities, they don't get to actually expose or actually share the information and knowledge towards the world. And that in turn goes unused. I can't say what I said, but it goes unused. So this is the number that we're actually dealing with this year. However, some of these countries are yet to finalize on their national competitions in their own countries, so that now we can get the finalists who will be flying out to compete globally in Singapore at, oh, sorry, on November 28th to 30th. Maybe we may carry some of you mentors because we actually need they need the assistance. On the screen, we actually highlighted just a couple of countries, that is Nigeria and Zimbabwe, which are currently recording the highest number of participants. We have Nigeria having 25,000. We were supposed to receive 1,000 mentors by this time of the year. However, we are still working on getting more contacts from Nigeria. And also, as you can see on Zimbabwe, we still have lots of participants. That is 5,000. Please note that the mentorship won't be country based, or let's say if you're from Zimbabwe, you'll be partnered with teams from Zimbabwe. No, here we'll be talking um, partnering or matching or mapping mentors to different teams. You might be from Kenya and you're matched with teams from Ghana. You might be from Zimbabwe and you're matched with teams from Rwanda. So I believe through the sessions that we'll be having with you guys, we'll be actually looking through what it is that you actually need to do. Should you guys have challenges, what are the measures that you need to take towards actually solving such? So, what do we expect from you as mentors? As a mentor, your core responsibilities are weekly check-ins with your assigned mentees. As I said, consistency is key. You'll have to share and actually update us and actually share insights in between yourselves in the WhatsApp group. Maybe if y'all come from the same country, maybe you may form your own small community. If you may get to meet up physically, the better, and actually share insights on how to go about your mentorship activities. Maybe you may be having some difficulties on a team or with a certain team, let's say from country A, and your friend who's also a mentor has actually solved that issue or has actually overtaken that challenge. Now, through sharing these insights, you'll be able to actually move forward and actually make all this experience worthwhile. And lastly, we'll be required to submit light touch reports at least once a month. I'll be sharing Google Forms for that specific reason, so that at least we can be able to see what it is doing, what it is that you guys are facing, and actually get a better view of the general program. Again, that's why I'm here. So I believe that everyone or most of you will require resources and support towards making this noble cause greater. So first of all, I'll be providing you guys with a mentor welcome kit, this being the first welcome kit, and actually meeting you and taking you through what is expected of you, what the program is about, and what to actually expect, and actually see that everything goes on well. Second, we have the community support through the WhatsApp group. I believe we may need to come up with another communication channel, but as of now, WhatsApp will do best due to its flexibility. We'll be having regular check-ins. I'll be sharing the schedule for that, but I believe at least twice a month will do best as of now, so that at least you guys may get to interact with your matched teams. And also, direct line to the lead mentor. I'll be here. You have my number on WhatsApp, and still, you can still reach out to me via email in case of anything and in case you need any assistance with anything. Okay, so now I believe open to any questions, and also I'd like to know what are you guys excited about? Are you anticipating any challenges? Are you expecting anything out of the blue, or do you have any questions that might be lingering on your mind? So you can just raise your hand, and then I'll unmute you. Or you can just unmute yourself um, and raise any question if there is. I don't think there are any questions as of now. However, I think I'd like to also add on among some of the benefits that you may stand to get, or actually they may come with being a mentor this year. We find that, as I mentioned, the global competitions will actually be in Singapore later this year on November 28th to 30th. So some teams, for the teams that will actually be proceeding to the global competition, will have to carry a few mentors. So actually, and this will have to be actually also based on your performance. So we'll be actually monitoring that, and we actually do hope that um, we do get to go with at least most of you, if not all of you. The other thing is, I believe through sharing knowledge, we get to gain more knowledge, and I believe that's actually a better um package than actually contributing to the novel cause, that is assisting the young kids with all of this. Also, please note, if you actually researched more on the WRO competition, you'll find that most of the participants will range from the age of 6 to 18. So, as I mentioned, also, we'll be having a few sessions in between, so that I can guide those of you who may be finding some, who may encounter some challenges, especially when dealing with kids from such a tender age. They may be having certain issues or challenges beyond technicalities, and actually developing, or actually coming when it comes to actually the competition itself. Remember, as a mentor, you're not only a teacher or a guide, you're also, let me say, a big sister or a big sibling towards the participant whom you'll be mentoring. So I think with that, I'm mostly done. Thank you all for actually making time to come today, and still on the same, my motto towards mentorship is not about creating followers, it's about creating leaders. Remember, you're not here to get massive numbers that, oh, I mentored this number of people, oh, I mentored, or I have this number of mentees. Yet, when we drill down to actually the quality of the mentees or the product that actually ships out to the market, that's what counts. We have to create a sustainable future, not only through solutions, but the engineers and the creators of these solutions. So thank you so much, and I really hope that we get to have fun. Feel free to interact with me via WhatsApp or email. I believe we will be having so much fun. Thank you.